All right, what is up, YouTube? We are back, better than ever, and ready to crush some legs today. Currently on the way to the gym, headed to Gold's right now. But I thought, why not just set up the camera? I don't really know what that glare is doing, but whatever. Set up the camera, record, and just talk about some stuff. So, last video, I I kind of talked about sorry, like my kind of, I guess, journey so far in the gym and kind of what my lifestyle is looking like. Um, so I guess I'll reiterate that a bit better, a bit more detailed, because I know it was a bit scuffed. So I started lifting in July of 2022, and it's now, of course, April 2026. So that's like just under 4 years. We're approaching the 4 year mark. But out of those 4 years, I'd say I've been lifting properly, I guess, for 2 years, maybe two and a half. Kind of looking into my diet a bit more of the science that's journeying now. But besides that, or not besides that, but during that time, a lot has developed, especially with my diet and training. Now, as of right now, I'm sitting at like roughly 3,200 calories a day, um, 215 grams of protein, 400 grams of carbs, especially on a leg day because it's a lot heavier, a lot more intense, a bit of a longer session. And then for the fats, just keep it around like 80 to 90, just to keep the hormones a bit stable and even just keep myself more full, most calorie dense macro. So, um, now as for my meals, I've been like kind of switching it up recently, but for the past 2 months or so, I'd say maybe three, I've been eating practically the same thing every day. And when I say that, people, I feel like, are kind of shocked, but it's, I don't want to say it's what it takes, but it's something that's very useful to make your life more simple and easier to follow. Because if I didn't eat the same meals every day, I'd be at like 9 p.m. freaking out about what I'm gonna eat to hit my macros for the day. So having those same meals or that same dinner even just takes that whole effort of like thinking about what you're gonna eat essentially and just puts it into such like a simple plan, I guess. I don't know how to really explain it, but you get my point. But my pre-workout meal has been switching up a lot, I'd say, just because I've been getting sick of it pretty easily. And if your, I guess, diet isn't, oh, damn, if your diet isn't like something super enjoyable, then you're gonna have a pretty hard time sticking to it. So, I mean, just before hitting legs right now, I just had 80 grams of Rice Krispies, 21 grams of honey, and 160 grams of fat. I mean, not fat, fat-free milk. Damn, what am I saying? 160 grams of fat-free milk. So that's roughly like, or and a bit of cinnamon, add more flavor. But that's roughly, I think, 90 grams of carbs and 16 grams of protein and 0 grams of fat. Something quicker to digest before training, higher carb, just kind of, I guess, carb load, as they say. And just before that, I have a more fat, fiber dense meal that keeps me kind of full in the morning because I usually wake up and then I'm just pretty hungry. So get like that first 1,000 calorie meal in, some toast, fruit, protein shake, and then I'll wait a bit, let that digest a tiny bit, and then have my pre-workout meal. And I'd say the main thing that you should watch for with your pre-workout meal is making sure you digest it before the gym, because the nutrients have to get down through your stomach, through your digestive system, and then finally enter your bloodstream so that they're useful macros, I guess. Um, so I kind of want to touch up on training because I feel like it's the most overlooked thing and kind of becoming a bit too simple in a way, where people will just see an exercise, hear what it does, and execute it in somewhat of a sloppy way. Um, Now, when I first started the gym, like I was talking about, I did that exact same thing. And I was lucky enough to have that social media output of where you get to hear about kind of the controversial takes on these certain things instead of just seeing the exercise plainly. So, I mean, it's how do I want to put this? I'm not trying to sound mean when I say this, but I think everybody should try to learn how something or know why something works, not just how it works, or maybe that it just does work. Because you'll look at like something like a leg curl, for example, you'll see that, okay, if you just like flex your knee, or not flex, but flex and extend your knee, your hamstrings will blow up. Now, if you don't take in the fact that you need like a certain amount of volume with that, plus like proper execution, you'll probably end up wasting your time, which you don't really want to do because you only have so much time when it comes to something like the gym. That was probably pretty loud. Using a new mic. Hopefully it sounds pretty clear, but we'll see once I get to the gym. But yeah, I think everybody, not even if you're super serious about the gym, but everybody should do more research on what they're actually performing in the gym, because I promise you it will pay off and it will save you so much time. But that's enough about, I guess, just a bit of personal takes on some things. We got a pretty solid leg day on the menu. You can go. Just got back from Oregon, so I'm kind of getting back into the routine a bit. Um, I always start with a hamstring curl, just because my hamstrings have always been lacking, and then I'll do adduction, quad extension, um, SLDL, and then a squat pattern. I know it kind of sounds like crazy to have a squat pattern at the end of your routine, but it's just what I've liked. I've liked prioritizing like more I guess you could say isolating movements first, and it's just been what I've been sticking to for the past couple months. Now, I did see Keenan. He was talking about how he does, or like for a long time now, he's been doing a laying hamstring curl, a seated hamstring curl, and a 45 extension, basically an SLDL, anything with a hinge. Um, so you'll maybe see me try that out today. I won't really be talking over the movements, but I'm just gonna kind of perform them, record them, mainly for documentation of my form and to just add the lift into this video, so it's not just me yapping. But we'll only do that if there seems to be a decent seated hamstring curl open, because I've been doing the laying one for a while now. It's just part of my program. So yeah, I'm about to arrive at the gym. Started sipping on my pre-workout a bit too late, so I may wait a bit until my top set, take a bit longer to warm up, just so the caffeine spikes when I kind of want it to, and the other pump ingredients, of course. But we have arrived now. I will try to record all my sets like I was talking about, and from there I will probably next see you guys on my laying hamstring curl. Alright, peace out. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over, feeling darkness take control.
Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. I'm on my own, you made it so. And now I'm chasing nightmares cold. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me, that's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,
All right, we are back from legs. Honestly, solid workout, I'd say. A few things could have been better, but it's all right. I was gonna record the warm up sets at 1.2, but it became a thing where my phone would have been dead. Plus, it's just pointless. Who cares about a warm up set? Now, I did change a couple things. I ended up doing 2 sets on both my hinge and my pressing pattern, which honestly wiped me out more than I imagined. So I'll probably end up just like either doing 2 sets on the hinge or two sets on the leg press, because doing 2 on each kind of felt crazy to me, especially because I didn't have any like liquid carbs, so I got kind of exhausted quickly. But other than that, some of the weight was actually flying. Like, I assume you saw in the leg curl, I don't usually throw the weight like that, but I mean, it was feeling light, so we'll full stack it next week, or not next week, but in 4 days. Um, but yeah, I mean, what I was doing 150 on that just a month and a half ago, so I'd consider that a really good progression. I think the volume on my leg days is pretty set, I guess, but yeah. Now I'm gonna head home, make my same pre-workout, not pre-workout, what am I saying? Post-workout meal that I always do. 6 to 8 ounces ground beef, 90 grams of rice, dry, and then some spinach in there that I track, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And then I have a protein shake with just 240 grams fat-free milk, and then the scoop of protein. And that's like the same thing I have every single session. It's always pretty refueling, I guess. And then later on in the day, I would have my last meal, which is just really whatever I make it out to be. It's kind of inconsistent because some of the portions can change for me throughout the day. So it's just whatever fits in my macros. Sometimes I'm not even hungry enough to eat it, but I mean, gotta get the food in. We are getting leaner though, somehow. I'm eating just above maintenance, and clearly my maintenance is a bit more than I expected it to be. So I'm fine with that though. You may have seen in the clip on the hamstrings, they're coming up and they're looking a bit leaner. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on grinding. Probably try to get a YouTube video out every like week or so. Again, just doing this for fun, just documenting my lifts, I guess. Although I do record most of my sets, but just to put it somewhere more accessible, more put together in a way. But yeah, just keep the grind going. We got a year till prep, so just keep on putting on some size, just get stronger. My upper body is definitely a bit behind on progress. I've been kind of on the same weight for a while now, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to figure out some stuff about that. Maybe I'll talk about it in another video. Probably film back next. But yeah, that's kind of it for me. Good leg day today. It's fun. Now we're going to go smash our meal once I get home. All right. Peace out.